Hello traders, D7 here with freetradingvideos.com. I have no idea how I'm even going to begin this. Listen, this is about brokers. Brokers position themselves as individuals that are superior in the financial world. Well, the bottom line is they're superior in one area, and that's being glorified salespeople. They have a product to sell, and that's what they're doing. They sell mutual funds. If they're lucky, they'll put you in ETFs, and then they'll call you once a quarter telling you, hey, here's the next new product. You know, they won't say it's a product to buy. And they get paid off of those in heavy commissions. Do they get paid for making movements and managing your account? And that's if you're lucky enough and even have enough money in the account that they're going to bother calling you. Most people, they just come in, you put your money with them, and then they're asking for a referral, and you never hear from them again. And then you get a quarterly statement that comes in saying how your account's doing. And right now, the people that are holding long in the markets, well, all these brokers, they're opening their quarterly statements and they're just shocked at what they're seeing. Mark my words, what will happen is you'll just completely stop opening those quarterly statements as time goes on, because you're going to constantly see it draining and dropping and bleeding to death. Brokers, listen, they need to be put in a position where they're educated enough to where they could start actively managing people's accounts. Yes, I'm ranting right here, but man, I have so many people that I care about, so many traders out there developing, and the majority of their money isn't being managed by themselves, and probably rightfully so, depending on where they're at in their development stage as in trading. But they have their 401ks, their IRAs, their SEPs, all wrapped up with these brokers. The bottom line is, look at this chart. This is a weekly chart of the S&P. We're going up, 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 up. This right here was in July, and we broke through. And then we do this other, we run up. What was acting as support now is resistance. Look at this, a double top formation. M for murder. And, you know, when we started breaking down here in October, it was just a landslide. And right here, if I were to draw another line, you know, this was the month of January where things just took a nosedive. Remember, this is a weekly chart. Every candlestick is a week here. You know, I teach brokers. They come in, they don't know this stuff. They don't know trading. They don't know price action. They don't know charting. They don't understand what a trend is. They don't understand what moving averages are. They don't understand indicators or oscillators. They just do not understand technical analysis. If they're really lucky, they start to understand fundamental analysis. You know, funny story. I had not just any broker, a broker of brokers, I mean, well known in his area, and this individual sitting here, 20 years experience after day one, me showing him fundamental analysis in the correct way to properly analyze a company. He says, wow, for 20 years, it's been the blind leading the blind. This guy has brokers that works for him, tens of millions of dollars he controls. They don't know anything about fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Yes, there's some brokers that are worth their weight in gold because they know this stuff and they're properly managing people's accounts. I want to see brokers that stand up, and when they see that the markets are taking a nosedive, like when you get a double top and you break through major support areas like here and here, that they actually go in and at least put you in cash. At least get you out of the way of the oncoming train. At least doing capital preservation. I mean, after all, that is the key to trading. I mean, we have to first absolutely protect our capital. Because once you lose it, game over. You're just done. I mean, in October when we had this breakdown, we should have known that there was a problem. Wow, I mean, how does people not, why do brokers not see this? To have a broker to be able to come in and start to position themselves and to carry on the facade that there's some sort of financial genius or superior individual, you know, I would beg to argue. Well, tell me, Mr. or Mrs. Broker, are you going to protect my money in a time of a bear market? Why are we going from 1550 area down here to under 1300, and brokers still have their clients' money wrapped up in long positions. Why? Tell me why. Oh, I just want to put my hands around their necks and strangle them for the money that people are flushing down the toilet right now in the markets and don't even know it. I mean, that is a crime. I think it's gross negligence. I think that man, I'm losing my voice. Losing my voice, getting all worked up. Anyway, I think I have a right. I have a right to rant. And here's one that I just think that brokers, there's some good people out there and they're just trying to make a living. I appreciate that. But you have a responsibility to your clients to safeguard their money. I'm not saying actively trade it if you're not comfortable and understand market timing. What I'm saying is just on the big picture that you start to roll over into cash and you safeguard the monies of your clients. And if you're really savvy and you start to learn, go to free trading videos, start to learn the chart skills, start to understand market timing, start to understand what technical analysis is all about. And perhaps on some of those clients that you're really close with, you could even start to do some short positions, start to go into bear ETFs, start to do some put options, start to do just selling short in the market. Not only should you be protecting your money in a down market, but what a great opportunity to be making money. I'm going to go to a daily chart here. The last 3 days, I've been making money in the markets. Look at this. We've been crashing. The news people are coming on saying, wow, we're dying, we're bleeding to death, we're hemorrhaging all over the place. There's fear in the streets. We hear all this. Why am I making money? I love drops like this. I love drops like this because of market timing. Market timing. There's a lot of money to be made on the downside. And brokers out there could be making themselves look like heroes if they would just start to educate themselves a little bit, not be so scared of market timing and so scared of technical analysis. It's not rocket science. Come on, when you have lower swing highs, lower swing lows, you're in a downtrend. If you're below the moving averages, that's a bad thing. There's just some common sense stuff here. Listen, here's a rant. I've lost my voice. And I'm just passionate. You know what I'm passionate about? I'm passionate about all you guys at freetradingvideos.com. There's so many of you that every day you're on an island out there by yourself trying to trade, make a go at it. And you're starting to make something of your trading. You're starting to see an increase. You're starting to have more winning trades. And that money, it's being flushed down the toilet. And what I know is this: the more developed you become, the more you'll start managing and taking action of your own money. That's the one thing I know. And what I want to see is that you have all your employees. Every dollar is an employee to me. My employees need to be making me money. I want to see that you have the biggest employee base possible so you have an army to work with. When you're trading, you're making significant money. Significant money in an up market, a down market. Right now we're going down. It's a sad thing, but all the brokers want to say is, hey, just hold on. The markets always bounce back. If you go back to 2000 when we popped in the markets, then 2001 when planes started hitting buildings here in the U.S., we took almost a 50% haircut by the beginning of 2003. People were sick with the money they lost. Now, I'm not sharing anything new here. You're that person. You know what I'm talking about. Lucky for us, we came screaming back in 2003, 2004, 2005, and we keep going. We're 5 years into this rally. We're due for a correction. It's staring us in the face right now. And everybody has their hands over their eyes. They're blind to the bear market that we're in. And they're missing the boat because there's money to be made. There's money to be had. Not for us. Listen, I'm not a broker, and I can't give advice. I'm education only. But I would seriously be talking to your brokers about capital preservation right now, and not being exposed to all this risk that's out there. Do yourself the biggest favor ever. Educate yourself. Get plugged in to freetradingvideos.com. That's where it's at. That's where it's happening, guys. It's the best free education, trading education that's out there today. Listen, these analysts that are here were handpicked. They're from all over. They're from all over, and they're the best in their fields in this free education. Get plugged in, get plugged in, get plugged in. And that's it. I'm done with my rant. Anyway, I appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate all the people coming. It's just crazy how big free trading videos has become, and we're not even, I mean, we're like 4 months old. It's just insane. All right, that's all. I feel better now. So anyway, take care. Happy trading to you. Capital preservation is where it's at. Catch you later.